Good afternoon, guys. Today I wanted to talk about what's been going on with me lately. Actually, what's been going on, well, yeah, it's been lately, specifically last night and today. And I want you to be able to relate this to something happening in your life or something that has happened in your life. Like, it can be the tiniest things, because if you're anything like me, little things can bother you like this, especially if you have anxiety or something like that, which I suffered from for many years, and I got to know it a lot, so I'm okay now. But so last night, I'm just gonna get into the story and then how I feel about it. Last night I was like taking a shower and I saw like a baby cockroach on the wall. And if you saw my vlog like a while ago, I want to say like a month or two ago, I saw a cockroach on my bathroom counter, and then later on I actually saw one like crawling on my kotatsu mat in the other room. And I've been seeing the pest control like every single week since then. And we've been trying to figure out what's going on, because they've inspected my place, they've set traps and like stuff like that, and like I don't have them. Like, the infestation is not in my apartment. It's definitely a neighbor that has the infestation going on, and we know exactly which one too, so they're kind of dealing with the issue there. And the pest control is, you know, they know what's going on. And so this is the third time I've seen one, but it was a baby, so I was kind of freaking out a little bit. I was like, oh my gosh. And then it just got me thinking, like, I went into this mode of like, it was all in my head. I didn't show this at all, but I was kind of panicking in my head a little bit, because if you have an anxiety, if you're familiar with anxiety at all, kind of what happens is your mind will go to the worst place. It'll follow the trail of, like, you know, cause and effect. Like, this could happen, and that's the worst. And then you go back to the thing that set you off, and you're like, you know, it's out of your control. So it's upsetting, to say the least. Is that, like, I have a theme in my life where there's a lot of things, like environmental factors, that affect me. And one of my biggest like pet peeves, I guess you can call it, is like, why is other people's problems affecting my life so much when I'm doing, you know, everything right? I'm doing everything right, especially in this case where it's like, you know, I keep a really clean place, like really clean. I'm really diligent. I have barely any furniture compared to the average person, so that I can actually see and I can feel like I know where things are. I can feel out my space, you know. I guess good feng shui, you can call it. There's a lot of movement in the house. Like, there's no corner of this house that does not get lived in, because there's no area of the house that's just like clutter for no reason. I utilize every space, and the spaces that I don't utilize, there's nothing there. So I like that you can navigate your way through the walls in my apartment. You know what I mean? Like, you would be able to see an infestation, you know, unless it was in the walls. So even like underneath my oven and refrigerator is really clean. Like, they pulled it out and they were like, it's spotless, you know. So it's kind of like, it sucks when you're doing everything right, you're being courteous to other people as much, you know, as to your ability, and other people, their problems affect your life. And unfortunately, that is life. Like, after I, you know, kind of freaked out in my head a little bit about the baby cockroach, I was like, you know, like the worst scenario would be that I have to deal with this for the rest of the time that I'm here. Because if there's a lack of communication between units, it could be a perpetual problem that it's like, you know, where if people aren't communicating, we could miss something, and the problem will persist. That's the worst case scenario in my opinion. Lack of communication is the worst. Like, I honestly want to like go to all my neighboring units and just talk to them about it, just because it would make me feel better. So lack of communication is the worst thing, and it perpetuates a lot of problems. It keeps problems persisting. And another example I can think of where someone else's problems, and by problems I mean lack of awareness of how they're affecting other people's lives, because I don't judge these people in a way that like I think they're bad or anything like that, because you know, they have their own issues that they're dealing with, and maybe they're not prioritizing cleanliness, or they're not prioritizing an infestation. Maybe it doesn't bother them. Maybe they just want to sweep it under the rug. I don't know. But that's their problem, you know what I mean? And also by problem, I mean, again, a complete lack of awareness. Like, you know how when you might not realize this if you don't drive, but if you do drive, you have definitely encountered people who park really wonky and affect spaces around them. They don't leave enough room for other people, so it looks like they're just not being courteous. Like, they're not considering other people in their own actions. And that, to me, like, I always want to give people the benefit of the doubt that maybe this person just is completely unaware, and that is their problem. But it also helps me to forgive that person, because it's like, well, you know, they probably don't realize that they did that. I don't think that they're trying to be assholes. And I mean, sometimes people are just trying to be assholes, but I feel like most of the time people are just kind of, you know, in their own world. They don't realize that they're affecting other people, and that's something that you will encounter, like, probably throughout your entire life. There are people out there who are completely unaware of their actions and how it affects the people around them. And, you know, me being aware of that, it can suck. It can absolutely suck, because it's like, oh, you know, it's frustrating when you're doing everything right, and then other people's, you know, lack of awareness or problems or whatever, it does affect you, you know? It just sucks. Or if you're living with your parents, you know, and you're trying to get some sleep, and they're watching TV really loud, which is another issue I've encountered. They're not trying to keep you up, you know what I mean? Living with other people is hard, and I'm sure that you can relate if you've ever lived with anyone. Living with other people can be hard, and their actions do affect you, and you affect them, granted. But communication is important, and forgiveness is important. Accepting that you cannot control your environment all the time. You can only control your immediate environment. Whatever your environment is, you can control aspects of that. That's about it. You can't control anything else. And that is hard. That is really hard. So I just wanted to come on here and talk about how I've been feeling, I guess, and why it's been a hard time for me. Like, I know to some people, like, infestation sounds so silly to get all worked up about, and like, I'm okay really, but it's definitely been a theme for me throughout my entire life that other people's issues have affected me, and it really sucks. And like, I try to control as much as I can so that I can prevent having to deal with something that I wouldn't have to deal with otherwise. So I can, you know, do other things. And it makes me feel like when I have to deal with these things, I almost put my life on hold, and it sucks. Like I don't want to film anything because I'm like worrying about this, and I don't want to do anything because I'm just worrying about it because I want the problem dealt with, and that sucks too. So I don't know, little update for you. My camera's about to die. Update on TCG, I will try to film 4 videos today to schedule throughout the week. I did not put one up on Friday. Today is Saturday. I wanted to put one out on Friday, but I'm putting out a vlog today instead, and I think I put out a vlog yesterday as well. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoy my TCG content as well. Thank you for all of your feedback, and I will really try to film 4 videos today because I have a really busy week ahead of me. I have a photo shoot that I'm gonna do, which I'm really excited about, and I'll share that with you when it's all done. And yeah, I have a couple other things that I need to do, and I'm traveling the week after, so I really need to record ahead of time today. Like literally today. So thank you for listening to me, and I hope you can, you know, apply this to your life in some way. It sucks, but that's life, and we really need to look at what we can learn from experiences like this, whatever that experience is for you, and how we can, you know, continue our lives and not put our lives on hold because of the inconsiderate, unaware actions of others affecting us. We just gotta go on with our lives and not let it affect us so much to where we put our entire mind on it. You know what I mean? Keep doing what you want to do and focus on what you need to focus on. All right, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.